What's happening, people? I'm here with the main man.
It's the champ.
Make sure you tune into Pep Talk UK, where it talks boxing and
big up.
Thank you, AJ.
Pep Talk UK.
Ladies and gents, for the fight fans locked in, for the football fans locked in, now it's time for some real talk on Pep Talk. Let's go.
Everyone talk good game, but it don't really faze me. The man that ain't mad like Max, the boy that not murky like Ace B. And them gal whoppers lying on the back bar, lean like a baby.
Yes. Let me rock out for a second. Yeah, it's the Pep Talk boys. Now this weekend, it's British beef. It's Lawrence Okoli versus Isaac Chamberlain. It's about to go down. It's been billed as the boxer versus the puncher. The boxer is Isaac Chamberlain. The puncher is the source, Lawrence Okoli. It's been widely discussed that if the fight ends quickly, it will be in favour of the man with the power in that right hand, Lawrence Okoli. And if it goes through to the latter rounds, it will be Isaac Chamberlain that will use his experience to get the victory. Now, these two have been going at it on social media, been going on to and fro. There's been all types of insults. They've met at York Hall, squared up. But now, the time for talking is over. Credit to both fighters for taking the fight early on in their careers. To Dillian White and AJ, a power of good in their careers. One's gone on to be the biggest draw in boxing and the heavyweight champion of the world. The other is on the verge of a world title shot. Now let us know what you think in the comments box below. Who will be victorious? Will it be Isaac Chamberlain or will it be the source, Lawrence Okoli? But before then, let's take in some of the interviews from those that will be in the undercard and some non-league footballers out there making their dreams reality. Now it's interview time. First up, let's hear from a man extremely familiar with these shores, a very experienced fighter, the man that will face Ted Cheeseman. It's Carson Jones.
Oi oi, it's Pep Talk UK, Frankie B, Shaz Mac.
We're here with Mr. Carson Jones. How you doing, sir?
Good, man. How about you?
I'm good. You're no stranger to these shores. You've fought plenty of Brit, and now you're fighting young Ted Cheeseman. What's happening fight night?
You're going to see fireworks, as always. You know, I've built a reputation over here of always bringing the fight to all the British fighters, and you're going to see nothing different Saturday night. Only thing that's different is going to be seeing a different opponent and, you know, same Carson Jones.
What about Ted Cheeseman himself? Do you know much about him?
I don't know much about him. He has a funny last name, but that's about it. I've seen a few fights of his. I know he's a young, hungry fighter, and you know, I definitely expect him to try to bring the fight to me, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
You were out last year at Wembley Arena, young lad Ben Hall. You broke him in the fight. What's going to happen with Ted Cheeseman?
Same situation. He's like I say, he's a young guy. He's 22 years old, 12 fights. I think my experience is really going to come into play in this fight. And actually, that Ben Hall fight was 2016, but you know, who's counting? But I think it's going to be a very similar situation. I'll just break him down and use my experience.
In terms of preparation, how's your training been for this camp?
Look at me. I think I look pretty good.
I'm going to take a picture. Picture. So everyone's going to see the shape you're in. You're looking good, my friend. You're looking good.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Cheers. No, we've had a good camp. And I'm prepared. I'm ready.
Well, we wish you the best of luck for fight night, and I hope you're the best, champ.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you, Carson. Now let's hear from the man that's moving up in levels, taking risks. The man that will try and win the WBA international title. It's the man they call the Big Cheese, Ted Cheeseman.
Oi, it's Frankie B, joined by Shazmac. And we're with the man himself, the Big Cheese, Ted Cheeseman. How you doing, geez?
Yeah, good, mate. You? Yeah.
I'm doing well, mate. I see you in Versace, mate. Looking good today, looking ready for fight night.
Yeah, I can't wait now. Buzzing for it.
Ted, you're not mucking about, are you? Carson Jones is a name.
Yeah, I know. But to be in my head, it's just another step on the ladder. Do you know what I mean? Another step up the ladder, and obviously just going to push on to bigger and better things after I've dealt with this challenge.
Have you trained, preparation-wise for this camp, has there been anything different? Because he's probably the toughest test of your career so far.
Yeah, probably, maybe. I've done a lot more round sparring than maybe I usually do. And we've been bringing a lot of some sparring partners in for similarity of styles and working on things with them. And obviously, just when you know you've got a good opponent, in your head, you got that little bit extra in your body when you're running and stuff. When it gets a bit hard, you can sort of talk their name in your head like, I ain't going to let them beat me. And you push on a little bit more. But obviously, I ain't took it no different. I train hard for every fight. But obviously, this fight is very important because, as I say, it's a career changer. As long as I go out there and do the business, everything's going to fly up for me.
It's a big test as well in terms of levels as well. You've won the English. You're now moving up, fighting someone that's always been in the peripheral of the world titles. Yeah. So it'll let you know where you are in and amongst the better boxers in that division.
Yeah. I think obviously I'm 22, so as much as you want to hold me back, I'm mature at 22. You can't hold me back for too long. And obviously I've needed these fights as politics happened. The British fight didn't happen. And obviously now I've got given a better route now, so obviously I've got to show everyone how good I am Saturday, and then see where it goes from there.
It's in Greenwich, it's at the O2, south of the river. How much of Bermondsey is going to be there?
It's rammed, it's going to be rammed, it's sold out. I've sold 60 ringsides, that's without trying, and I couldn't even get no more, so I've had to keep telling them to go on certain ticket sites and message other fighters who have got tickets. So there's going to be a lot of people there for me. So I'm buzzing at the moment. I can't wait.
I'm ready. Cheeseman!
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm buzzing.
Well, we wish you the best of luck fight night. Where's that belt going?
Straight back to Bermondsey with me.
Back to Bermondsey.
Well, before it gets to Bermondsey, Shaz will tax it in there and get a few pictures with it.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
Well, best of luck fight night. We're at Pep Talk. We've been watching you all the way. We're supporting you in this one. Go and get that belt.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. Cheers.
Big Cheese.
Thank you, Ted. All the best come fight night. Right, now, we mentioned the massive Lawrence Okolie versus Isaac Chamberlain fight. And who else to give us a breakdown who the winner's going to be and how the fight's going to pan out. Now, let's hear from the Sky Sports boxing pundit, Johnny Nelson.
Oi, it's Frankie B.
Oi, go on, oi.
I'm with my brethren there.
Oi, go on.
I'm joined by Sky Sports Supremo himself, Mr. Johnny Nelson.
You know what? It's so good to see the cruiserweights hitting the headlines. You know, and the cruiserweights have never been a glamorous division. And the problem is because there's not been competition there.
Yeah, it's been slept on.
Yeah, that's right. So now there's competition, and especially at this level, you've got two guys that aren't even in double figures when it comes to their pro records. You think, you know what? Rated. I rate them both. I think Lawrence a banger, and that's his TNT. That will always get him out. I side with Chamberlain because I understand his journey. I've been down his path. I've had to go away as a sparring partner, live in dirty little bed sits. You know, I haven't had a great, I haven't had a good amateur, so I get where he's coming from. And with that, it's not just about training the body; it's about training the mind. So I feel him. I get it. I'm thinking. I understand that. I've never been a banger like Lawrence. I've never been able to punch with the power that Lawrence, you know, and he's got that kind of punch power that'll take you out. Yeah. And so it's hard. What do you go for? Do you go for the boxing ability? Do you go for the punch power? I'll go for what I know. I'll go for the boxing ability. But you know what? It takes one mistake, one drop of guard, one drop of attention. These guys are under a lot of pressure because in 9 fights and 7 fights, they're headlining the O2, 8,000 people there. So they're both going to learn so much from this. But I actually think the loser will benefit more than the winner.
I mean, we've seen that with James DeGale, Chris Eubank Jr. Have you taken L early? Yeah. At that young age, you can still rebuild and move forward in the future. That's right, and it's a case of who it affects the most. And I think both fighters are very level-headed, very strong-minded. I think it's a good fight to have. I don't think it's the last time it'll happen. I think it'll happen again, as long as they stay on the path of fighting. But I think it's going to be a good fight. The fans win. This is why British boxing's high, because you've got a fight that's got people debating about two novices. These guys, like, they've already had the rounds. Young pros, yeah, they're young pros, so it's good for our game. Yeah. And it's also good for the ends. What, every time. You got, is it South London against East Hackney? Hackney, Jesus Christ. So it's going to be tribulation. But it'd be good. As long as the crowd enjoy it, gives everybody to chat about and rant about, it's good. And finally, we've got to give credit to the two fighters taking the fight so early on. They're not scared of losing their O's. These guys are putting it on the line. Shall I tell you what the problem with this? It's always been the politics of this game that mash it up. You know, the guy, So the fighters always want to fight each other. You know, I'm sure Anthony Joshua wants to fight Deontay Wilder now. He wants to fight all them men now. But it's a politics. I call it politics because that's what it is. Who's going to make the most dough? Which TV company is going to get this down? It's not the fighters. So these guys have got their wish. You say, you know, I want to fight you. You want to fight me? Let's do it. Good. And I've got to rate Eddie for doing it, because he could have keep bubbling these boys, juggling, making this fight worth a lot more down the line. He's saying, no, let's do this now. Good on him. Good. Rated. Eddie Hearn said, no long thing, let's just get it on. Yeah, and that's right. He's knocking about too much black man now. He's starting to think like us. Go on, Eddie, why? He's got the fresh trim there with the fade and he's got the fade and everything. Next minute, he's going to have a Z zipped in his head. I can see patterns. I can see Eddie Hearn with patterns at the back of his head. And a big old chain. Johnny Nelson, it's been cracking, mate. Thanks for your time, mate. Nice. Respect.
Thank you, Johnny. Now, once again, on the undercard is a man who there's a lot of big hopes for. One of the potential stars of British boxing. It's the man himself, Joshua Buatsi.
Oi, it's Frankie B. I'm joined by Shaz Mack, and we're in the company of the man himself, Joshua Buatsi. How you doing, geez?
I'm cool, man. Press conference done. Waiting tomorrow, fighting out on Saturday. So just time ticking.
So you're going to be under the big bright lights of the O2 Arena? Yeah. It's going to be a big night for boxing, isn't it?
It is, and it's going to be good. There's going to be people there. And what I keep telling people is that there's going to be good nervous energy. And that's good. There's going to be people there watching, anticipating. And that gets your hair to rise at the back of your neck. And you think, you know what? I've got to perform. I've got to show what I can do. And you get in there and you get into a certain mentality that it's me against the sky, so I'm looking forward to it.
But what is it with this new Rick Ross type of beard now that I'm seeing?
People say it's new, but the thing is, I've always done this in the amateurs. In camp, nothing touches my hair. I'm just training. I don't think about appearance or anything. Yeah, like I tell people, always a 10 out of 10. The personality is there, everything's there. So when I get the trim, it's just a little touch up. So when I'm in camp, I don't really think about barbers, what I look like, what I'm doing. All I'm thinking about is training, eating, sleeping, doing what I've got to do, and then I cut my hair before the fight.
Josh, how you doing? First you said 10 out of 10 with the beard, and when the beard comes off, you told me a number there as well. What's the number?
10. The thing is, that what people don't realize is that you've got to be confident in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself. You can't have someone telling you that, yeah, we think you're nice or you're good looking. Nah. The thing is, I have so much faith and confidence in myself, knowing that, like I'm confident in myself. And the thing is, there's a lot of people in this room, but there's no one that could come up to me and tell me that they're more important than me. Not because I won the medal. If Big Josh walked in, he's got a gold medal, but I can still say I think we're as important. You haven't got an Olympic medal, but you're as important as I am. So that's my mentality.
Hey, listen, I'm still trying to buy myself one. So I might have myself one, try and represent Pakistan and get myself a squash medal or something.
I'm selling myself. I might let you know how much I'm doing it for. But yeah, people just got to realise that everyone's important. So like, I don't need anyone to be like, yeah, you look nice today, so you're 7 out of 10. Nah, constant 10 out of 10.
Josh, you mentioned nervous energy on the night of the fight. The one thing I do like about this fight, because everyone's half mates with everyone else on the card, it means we as fam can come and watch all our favourite boxers all under one roof on the same card, which is a touch, because I've seen Dwayne with us today. Everyone's going to be there, so I think as a social event as well, it's not bad, is it?
The whole of London's going to be there. People ask me, Josh, who do you think's going to win? Like I said, Lawrence has got a good right hand, Isaac's clever, he'll be cute, so I'm always on the fence with that because I sparred many rounds with both of them, so there's not much to really say, man. We just have to wait and see how it goes up.
Well, we as Pep Talk boys are going to be there fight night, supporting you all the way. We had a good time in Cardiff, we're here now at the O2, you pick all your big arenas and we're going to be backing you all the way, brother.
Appreciate that, thank you very much, man. Nice.
Big up.
Need a quick pick.
Thank you, Josh. Cracking stuff. All the best on fight night, bruv. Right. Let's hear from a man more than ready to show us what he's about. It's Felix Cash.
Oi, it's Pep Talk UK once again. It's Frankie B with Shaz Mac. We're enjoyed by the man himself, Felix Cash. How you doing, bruv?
Not too bad. Good.
Felix, fight night is almost upon us. You're undefeated. What are we doing Saturday night?
I'm going to try to keep it that way, hopefully. But I've been obviously all the hard work's been done in the gym now, so looking forward to Saturday night going in there and doing the business.
Tell us about your pro record. How many and 0 are you?
I'm 7-0 at the moment, and I'll be 8-0 after Saturday night, hopefully.
You've been spying a few of the Club KO boys, some of the young lads there. How have they been getting on with you?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're not bad. It's good sparring in it. Good coming in, getting good work in the gym, and it's good. It's good work.
2018. What are the targets? Where are we heading this year?
Well, obviously, I've got to, not looking past him. Obviously, it's boxing. Anything can happen. So you got to stay focused. Get him out of the way on Saturday. Do a job on him, and then the end of the year we'll be looking at maybe British title at the end of the year.
Do you know much about your opponent?
He looks tough. He's
rough and ready.
He looks tough. I reckon I'll get a few rounds out of him. But he's rough. He should be good.
I love that, Felix. I'll get a few rounds out of him, then I'll slap him about a bit and knock him out.
We'll have to wait and see. Won't we? We'll have to wait and see what happens on Saturday.
Well, we're going to be at the O2 cheering you on. Go get that win, brother.
All right, cheers. Thanks a lot. Good man.
Cracking stuff.
Thank you. Finally, let's hear from another fighter on the massive bill at the O2. It's Danny Dignum.
Well, it's Pep Talk. It's Frankie B. I'm with Shaz Mac, the man himself.
How you doing, people?
And we're joined by Danny Dignum. How you doing, geez?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Good.
Fight night's upon us. How you feeling, champ?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I've trained hard, as always. My opponent pulled out, though. The original opponent I had, he's pulled out, and now they've got me a last-minute replacement. It's a shame because the opponent I was meant to have was a big step up for me. But unfortunately, he got injured, and now I've got a last-minute replacement.
Has that affected your preparations in any way?
Well, I was meant to be fighting an orthodox fighter, and I've only been sparring orthodox people. This geezer's a southpaw, yeah. But listen, it don't matter. I've had enough experience just to adapt to who's in front of me.
Now, we talk about this replacement opponent. He's a good opponent at this stage of your career. I don't think he's been stopped before. So he's a good little fighter, this one.
Yeah, I mean, he's tough. Yeah, he's tough. Like, he's never been stopped. I think he's lost 28 and won 5. He's never been stopped. So obviously he's tough. He's durable. So there's a good chance that he will take me to rounds, which is good experience for me.
How's your camp been? How's training been?
It's gone very well. Yeah, it's gone good. I've been sparring at the Peacock Gym with an old amateur foe, Andrew Sterling. He's a very good fighter, light heavyweight. I've been doing a few good rounds with him. He's very good. He's nice and sharp at the minute as well. But preparation's gone well.
Predictions fight night?
Who for me?
For you?
I'm going to win, yeah.
Stoppage? Points?
Just win, I don't know.
Whatever way possible.
Yeah. I just want to look good winning.
And for 2018, what are targets?
I'd like to have one more 6-rounder after this. Then possibly an 8-rounder. And then towards the end of the year, I'd like to box for like a Southern area or an English title at the end of the year.
Danny, I've got my own little record going. I know you're 4-0. I'm 4-0 as well. Shall I tell you how? Because I've been to every one of your fights so far. So let's see how long this streak continues. If I keep turning up, you keep winning. You keep winning. How's that? All right. But we at Pep Talk appreciate your time. We wish you the best of luck, not only in this fight, but for the rest of the year and the rest of your career. We will be following you all the way, brother.
Thank you very much. Yeah, cheers.
Cracking stuff.
Thank you, Danny. All the best on fight night. Thank you, lads. And now to the football interviews. Shaz caught up with 2 Wolverhampton Abbey players. First up, Jack Daveney.
Pep Talk UK are joined by Jack Daveney. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. You?
Now, Jack, you are a player that plays for Wolverhampton Abbey Football Club. You're a midfield maestro and were born only a stone throw away from the club.
Literally, yep. Just the other side.
Just the other side. How long have you been with Wolverhampton Abbey?
Since I was 15. Been in the first team since just before I was 16.
And how old are you now? Because you're still a young
27 now.
Cool.
Getting old.
You're one of the veterans
That's
at the club.
Mate, yep.
In terms of your season so far, how's the season been going?
To be fair, before this drought of 4 games, we've done really well before the Hornchurch game. I thought we played well against Hornchurch, but before that we had 10 games, 1 defeat. Just on a slow, lost the last 3, so it's just a matter of getting back together.
Now, I saw you play against Hornchurch. It was a cracking game, 5-4.
Yeah, it was, yep.
And you scored an absolute cracker. Now, is that a goal of the season contender?
Hopefully, it's got to win it. I thought it'd win the game, to be honest, but they nicked 2 goals.
Now, you made me want to come down and watch you train. Do you like, from outside the box with that left peg, every time you ping it, does it go into the top left hand corner like it did that day?
That's 1 in about 1,500, I think.
Yeah, but on the day,
yeah, it was lovely.
Anyone that was there that watched it, and I've seen that now turn itself up on YouTube.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
So you must be getting a few hits on that.
Yeah, it weren't bad. I walked into the Hornchurch clubhouse, and to be fair to their fans, they come in and said, "Great goal, mate." They come over to me, so that means a lot.
Up until that game, you guys were in the playoffs.
Yep.
Just in and around the playoffs. You've had a bit of a slip in form since then. You've lost the next 3 games, is it?
Yeah, 3 games now. Yep. But they're against top sides, to be honest with you.
You have been playing good sides.
Yep.
But there is a long way to go. So still chasing promotion this year.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we've got a few games in hand, so we'll get a couple of results together. We should be in and around it, hopefully. So considering last year we was near the bottom, and the year before that, so we're really happy with where we are. But we just want to push that extra little bit to get there.
Well, Jack, we at Pep Talk thank you for your time today.
Cheers,
we wish you the best of luck.
Lovely.
And hope the season improves and you end up in a playoff place and go up this year.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Nice one, buddy. Cheers.
Finally, let's hear from Ben, Glasgow.
Pep Talk UK are joined by another starlet playing for Wolverhampton Abbey Football Club. It's Mr. Ben Glasgow. How you doing, Ben?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm always well. Now, Ben, you've been around football all your life.
Yeah, I've been playing it since I've been 5, 6. Never used to. Before that, I didn't really want to be playing. I was more into athletics. At one point, I wasn't gonna go and play full time. I was actually gonna I ran for Essex, and I went to the English schools championships. So since then, I went to Arsenal. I grew up playing for Arsenal.
You were an academy player.
So yeah, I learnt the Arsenal way. Just passing, it's nice. Nice setup over there. And then I went over there full time when I was 16. I believe 16, 17, 18, and then after that I went to Stoke. So yeah, it's been a huge part of my life, football. I mean, I'm still enjoying it now. Probably now enjoying it more now than ever, really. It's not more like relaxed. Then it's not your like occupation. It's not your job that you have to do well. So it's a lot enjoyable now.
In terms of players on the pitch, who have you had a knockabout with on a football pitch?
Who have I not had a knockabout?
Who have you had a knockabout with? Who have you played with in the same team as?
Obviously it was all the Stoke boys, but when I was younger, Henry Lansbury were in my age group at Arsenal, J. Emmanuel Thomas, those boys, they're obviously doing really well for themselves now, playing the first team for Aston Villa, QPR.
Jet,
yeah.
My mate Jet. He was on the podcast, I think 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, Jet. He's I haven't seen him in ages, to be fair, but we kind of grew up playing with those boys, so it was nice to see
all those boys doing well for himself. And actually, in my team, I had Hector Bellerin. Obviously, I'm a right back. He's a right back. We used to, in the under-18s, we used to switch. So he'd have one game on, and I'd play the next game. So I grew up playing with him.
And you've also had international honours for Ireland. You've been capped by them.
Yeah, so I played for Ireland from under 16s all the way to 20s. It's about four and a bit years. I didn't make the 21s. That was when I came back home from Stoke. But that was really good experience actually. Played teams like Spain, France, Italy, and we actually made it to the final of the Euros, under 18 Euro Championships. No, under 19, sorry. Which was brilliant. It was a really good experience. I was out there for 2 weeks. I was in Bulgaria for. It was really good.
How are you settling into this side at Waltham Abbey? They've not had a great patch of results recently, but you're still in with a sniff of the playoffs.
Yeah, obviously we're much. I don't know if you saw us last year. We're right down there. But obviously this year we're doing a lot better than we were last year, and there's still 50 odd points to play for now. So we've just got to get back on a good run. Obviously in a bad patch at the moment. It's still. If we win a fair few of those, how many games we've got there? 15 odd games. If we win, realistically, 10, 11 of those, then we can still make playoffs. So, yeah, we're doing alright. Today we weren't the best, but we've got next week to put things right.
No problem. Well, we at Pep Talk are not only going to be keeping an eye on the Abbots and see how you get on, we're also going to be keeping a special eye on you, Ben. We wish you the best of luck with your career.
Cheers, thank you.
And keep enjoying your football.
Will do, thanks sir.
Cheers, buddy.
Cracking interview, Shaz. Right, that's it for the interviews. Now that's our time. I'd like to thank the listeners for locking in. Join us again next week for another Pep Talk UK podcast. Subscribe. Thank you.
Pep Talk.